Hey, what's up, guys? How we doing? So I was watching the Illinois-Nebraska game about a week or two ago, and there was a ball hit here by Nebraska in the right center field gap. It's a sure double. Ball bounces up off the fence, and they showed a replay of kind of the route that the batter runner takes, rounding first base, and then heading into second base for the double. And I wanted to talk a little bit about it. I thought there was a few things that he could probably have done a little bit better. So first, the route. You know, a lot of the routes that I see younger players take, and he doesn't do a bad job right here. What I usually see is after contact, when they know it's a double, they either take this big loopy turn where they get way into foul territory, which takes too long to get to first base, or I see them run straight down the line and then question mark out. And what I like is kind of what he does here. When I was with the Indians, we talked about a drive point that was basically 5 to 7 feet in foul territory and towards home plate, and you're aiming for that point right out of the box. You're running in basically a straight line towards that point, and then once you get there, you're going to lean your left shoulder, and you're going to really try to get. If I zoom in here a little bit on the bag, you're going to really try to get to this inside part of the bag right here. Basically, want to get your foot so you can get as much towards second base as possible. And if you watch the runner here, his foot basically lands almost on top of the bag, in the middle of the bag, and his toe is pointed out this way, which is going to take him way out here towards center field. Now, if I zoom out a little bit and we watch again here, you can see that he's going to turn and he's going to hit again on the top of the bag with his foot pointed out towards center field, and he runs way out here. So a couple of things. For one, you can see the whole time he's watching the ball, he already knows it's a sure double. The ball hits one bounce off the fence. When you're getting close to the base, look down so you know where you're hitting the bag. It's okay to pick up the base, hit the base, and then go and pick up the ball again. You know where the ball is. You're going to be able to find it. If you don't look, you're not going to have a real good idea of exactly where you're hitting the bag. The second thing, if you are looking, is to make sure you hit that corner of the bag and get your toe pointed more this way. Lean your left shoulder and get in line with second base as much as you can. Now, naturally, you're not going to be able to get into an absolute straight line. You're going to be out here a little bit. But you don't want to take so many steps here where he's basically running almost to center field. Because for every foot that you run out of the baseline, you've got to run another foot back into the baseline. So instead of running 90 feet, if you're running 10 feet out of the baseline, you've got to run 10 feet out of the baseline, and then you got to run 10 feet back. So you run an extra 20 feet. So instead of running 90, you're running 110 feet. And because of that, you're going to have to shut it down at second base because you've run an extra 20 feet for no reason. The other thing that I see a lot, and I see this even in college baseball a lot, is if the ball's in front of you, so if the ball is anywhere basically other than right down the right field line where you can't see it, the base runner, you as a base runner, should make a decision on your own. You have the best view. You're watching the ball. You know your speed. You should know the outfielder's arm strength. But what I see so many times is base runners want someone to tell them what to do. So he's already picking up the third base coach, having him tell the base runner, what do you want me to do? When the ball is in front of him, he can easily see the ball in the right center field gap, so he can make the read on his own. Now, I see this all the time when balls to center field or even balls to left field, where the base runner is picking up the third base coach because they don't want to make the read. Make the read. I always tell the base runners, nobody knows, when you can see the ball in front of you, nobody knows whether you should go or stay more than you. You've run the bases 1,000 times in your life. You know your speed. So trust your instincts and trust what you've done 1,000 times in your life. Instead of always relying on the third base coach on balls that you should be able to read. So just a couple of things that I thought that I could point out to you guys. Again, base running is probably an area that people don't spend enough time on, but it can easily change the outcome of games, and it plays so much of a bigger role than I think players think that it does. So again, be smart on the bases. Hopefully this helps you out a little bit. If you have any questions, leave in the comment section below. Share the video with all your friends. Like it, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff, and we will talk to you later.